going on, everybody? Troy Rawlings here. Welcome to Troy Rawlings Live, the morning edition. Today's date is Wednesday, June the 24th. We almost done the month of June, y'all. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We well into the summer. We well into the summer. Share this with some folks that may be up and at 'em. How's everybody? Hey, what's going on? 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 Hey, everybody. Hey, hey. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? All right. I put my information down here too. Try to remember. This morning I was like, yeah, 6 a.m. Let me tell you something. And this kind of leans into our topic too. I used to laugh at when older cats and older men and women used to talk about how when they had to go to the bathroom, they gotta go. Ain't no playing. You gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta go. The warnings. We used to be able to hold it. Remember? They be like, "Can you hold it?" Your parents be like, "Can you hold it until we get home?" You might be driving an hour, half an hour. Can you hold it until this? Then you get to the point and be like, "I can't hold it." And be like, all right, we gotta pull over. We gotta go somewhere. We gotta go to McDonald's. We gotta go to the bathroom. We gotta go somewhere. There is the warning. Is your hold it when you're over 50. As soon as I get, yeah, I think I need to go to the bathroom. I understand that. I mean, the older guys should be like, yeah, might as well go to the bathroom before I leave, make sure. I get it. When you're older and you pee on yourself, or even worse, do the other one, the number 2, try not to cuss as much in the mornings. That's why I try to be a little bit more. But I love some good cuss words, just let them flow off my lips. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I see y'all coming in. And don't worry, if you don't catch it live, you can always catch it on a replay. My Troy Rawlings Live YouTube channel. You can always DM me or check me and say, hey, can you send me the clip, the whole piece? But sometimes if it doesn't go on Instagram, because they're on my Instagram page too, but sometimes if it doesn't go on my Instagram page, it's because it's too long. It's like maybe an hour. So we'll be together for like an hour this morning. But this is a good one. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. All right, this morning. Well, first off, actually, let's get our breathing and stuff out of the way. Let's breathe and relax, and get in, or wake up, relax. It's time to go to work for some of y'all. Carpe diem. I know you're seeing it backwards because, the way I'm looking at the camera. But carpe diem. Carpe diem. Okay. Follow Carpe MFDM brand. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's get some breathing in. Relax your shoulders. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. If you're walking and looking at your phone, don't close your eyes. Actually, if you're walking and looking at your phone, stop. Stop. All right. We're going to take a deep inhale through our nose. Try to fill up your diaphragm, not just your chest. Get a good deep inhale like you're about to take a deep breath to go underwater. All right. And singers, y'all already know what I'm talking about. All right, inhale through your nose. Inhale. Love, peace, joy. Exhale. Fear, doubt, anger, disappointment. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, y'all. Welcome. If you come in, because sometimes the comments take a while. Sometimes I don't see them. But come in, your first name and the city you're in. I'll give you a shout out. But welcome. Quick prayer. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this beautiful day. Bless everyone that's watching now or later on. Bless our families and friends, our loved ones. Cover and protect them. Let us have an awesome day. And let this bless somebody. In your precious name we pray. Amen. All right. All right, y'all. Let's get to some birthdays. Some of my Facebook friends, and I'll shout you guys out. You guys and girls out later. Some of y'all, I don't know who you all are. So I'm going to try to focus on the people I know. And some of y'all, I didn't know I know you. Okay. Well, some of you I do know. Okay. Happy birthday, Linda Lemon. Happy birthday. Kimberly Maxey. Happy birthday. Kim Diamond. Happy birthday. You know what? Let me get out of this Zen music and into some jams. Oh, jams. I mean, I don't own the rights to that music, so don't quote me on that. Quentin Rawlings Rayner. Something tells me we're related somehow. I don't know. Happy birthday. Robin Malone. Happy birthday, Robin. Nalady? Is it Nalady? Nalady? Now? Hey, what's going on? Nalady N. Happy birthday. Terrence Styles. My guy, happy birthday. Comedian Justin Hires. Happy birthday, my brother. I'll tag you in this. Make sure you get the birthday love. I sent you a picture from Facebook too. Old picture. Well, you got that look on your face like, I'm too young for this. But too old at the same time. How can be too young? Bow-legged Lou. Lou George of the world famous group Full Force. I'm gonna kick you back in here. That bow-legged Lou. Happy birthday. Corey and Chad, the twins, comedy twins. Happy birthday, guys. Yazara St. James. Happy birthday, Yazara. Teresa Barrington, happy birthday. Angel Brooks Bell, happy birthday. Darlene Hall, happy birthday. I just wanted to give some birthday shout outs. Happy birthday, y'all. Hope you enjoy your day and have a marvelous weekend, all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. Troy, why are you doing the Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition? What gives? Well, I do this because part of my mission, one of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. And as I'm an author, a journalist, comedian, speaker, host, media person, overall, media and entertainment is me. Shout out to some of my media partners, Sheen Magazine. Sheen, you know, Sheen Magazine. And also Reach LA Angels, my new blog coming out this week. Every week I'd have a weekly blog. We can get on there, talk, chat about some of the topics I talk about. Shout out to Reach LA Angels as well. But one of my missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. And I write books on it, write articles about it. I do comedy about it. But I feel like it's a mission, a mandate. It's personal. to talk to y'all how I talk to me daily. So for the next 52 weeks, we started June 1st. We'll go through June 1st, 2027, at least. I decided 5 days a week, I would come on here and talk live about love. And a lot of times it's not just relational love, just love. First month of June, this month of June, we've been talking about self-love all month. Self-love, and it's been good. It's been good. You can go back on my YouTube channel and get the replays on there. What's good? You can get the replays on there. But I don't believe that we can properly love anybody until we love ourselves. So let me give you a working definition of self-love as we jump in. All right? Self-love, an appreciation for oneself that grows from actions supporting your physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Treat yourself with the same compassion, respect, and care you would a close friend. Hey, what's going on, Melina? Welcome. You would a close friend. I even took it further and said relative. I even took it further than that and said your child. Can you treat yourself with the same love that you give your child? That's deep, right? It's hard, because that's the unconditional love that many of us have never experienced until we have a child. Until we have something outside of us that we love so much that we do anything for it. Oh, and quick shout out. The new Sheen magazine. If you're a subscriber, you probably got it. I just got mine in the mail. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful magazines, not just because I write in the magazine and I'm a contributor. I'm one of the contributors down there, many contributors. If you see down there, if you look at the bottom, you'll see Troy Rawlings. I'm one of the contributors. But it's just a beautiful magazine. On stands now still is this orange one with the sister on there, on the cover, Saniqua Martin Green, cultural shapeshifter. But pick up the copy, your latest copy of Sheen magazine. Shout out to the Sheen family. But I had to give some love to my girl Kasha Brown, who's a contributing journalist in here. Shout out to Kasha. Let me read this, because sometimes we don't give our people props, and Kasha is a dope sister. And I met her when I did the magazine release event. She's the cousin of one of the famed photographers, Mark G. And I met her when I first did the magazine release event in 2021 or 22? 22? Some of y'all were there. I did it downtown at Perch for the, hey, Tracy M. Jackson, what's good? But Kasha Brown is a dynamic entertainment connector, business strategist, publicist, journalist, and media correspondent recognized for transforming relationships into impactful opportunity. Sorry, it's early in the morning. Me, you, me. I gotta lubricate the chassis. I don't even know what a chassis is in the car. Watch a mechanic come in here. It's the part of the car that recognized for transforming relationships into impactful opportunities and results. As a proud member of the National Association of Black Journalists, she brings credibility, cultural awareness, and compelling storytelling to every platform she touches. Shout out to Kasha Brown. Yeah, I gotta get it together. But the latest copy of Sheen magazine, this is how it looked when it's on stands. Your Barnes & Noble, your magazine stands. Some of them may already have it. They used to get on me. They used to be mad. Troy, you can't post that the magazine is on stands now. They and my folks were Sheen there in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm in Los Angeles. Guess what? It be on stands now sometimes. And my now is before your now, even though my time is after your time. It's too much. It's too much. I'm going too deep. But I just want to get some love to my girl Kasha. Yeah. Let's go. Y'all ready? Get your pens, your pads, your notes. Share this with some people. If you've been talking about love, let's start talking about self-love first. I believe we talk to people like we talk to ourselves. I believe we talk to folks like we talk to ourselves. So it is important to do the self-love thing, because I believe we love folks out of the same capacity or the same reservoir, the same cup that we love ourselves first. Like I'm loving this coffee. Oh, coffee morning. Okay. All right, y'all. Today, we're talking about telling yourself yes. Learning to trust yourself. Oh, shucks. Telling yourself yes. Here's the funny thing. When you're a baby, you are protected fully. Shout out to my daughter, Zoe Troy Rawlings. I love you so much. I know you'll see this in the future, whenever you get a chance to see it. When you're a baby, you're fully protected by your parents, doctors, nurses, parents, and you're listening to your parents. You're listening to their words. Those are the first words you hear, the people who guide you and protect you, babysitters, grandparents, whatever. When you're a child, you listen to your parents and teachers. Then you get to this age where you start listening to your friends. And then you get to an age where you think your friends may know more than your parents and teachers. You start wavering. Then you get to a point where you're like, my parents don't know what they're talking about. I have to do this. I want to be independent and blah, 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 yakky schmack. Then you kind of have this roll around time, if you're wise, as you're getting in your 20s, 30s, and making your way, where if your parents are there and present, you're getting a different type of wisdom from them. Outside of your beefs, outside of any issues you have. And then when you're getting to the workforce more and more, you're listening to your boss, you listen to your coworkers, you have more of an influence of people. And you get older. If you have children heading towards retirement, you actually start listening to your children. If your children have wisdom, you start listening to children. If you're smart, as you get older, you're listening. I remember Kara's one was talking about this. When you're smart, you get older, you should be taking some information from younger people, learning. True, I don't know anything about the internet. I don't know anything about AI. You should, And all along, if you're a person of faith, you're listening to God sprinkle things in on you and guide you. And then, but somewhere in the midst, your intuition is kicking in and you're listening to yourself. But in all those voices, like I say, listening to yourself when you say, I think I should go to the bathroom now. As you at over 50, if you don't listen to that voice, the embarrassment and the shock, the humor, I'm a comedian, so I find humor in peeing on myself, but the embarrassment and shock. But currently, are you listening to yourself and giving yourself yeses? Not just a yes to buy the thing. Not just a yes to buy the car, the home, the ring, the jewelry, the food, the vacation. And all those things are good, especially if you can afford to do it. All those things are wonderful. Treat yourself. You got to treat yourself. You got to care on yourself like that. But let's go deeper into telling yourself yes. Telling yourself yes is the foundation of self-trust. Go deeper into that too. Is the founder? We're not doing any commercials today. I'm sorry, YouTube. You just hush, YouTube. Okay, sorry. Watch Granger come on. Now, Granger wants to be a sponsor. Hello, Granger. Hello, coffee. Did I say carpe diem? Okay. Me, you. Okay, telling yourself yes is the foundation of self-trust. It means actively validating your intuition, honoring your needs, and committing to your own decisions. By consciously choosing to believe in your capability to navigate life, you quiet self-doubt and build unshakable inner confidence. This is from our girl, Mel Robbins. Telling yourself yes is the foundation of self-trust. Telling yourself yes is the foundation of self-trust. It means actively validating your intuition, honoring your needs. Hey, what's going on? Good morning. Honoring your needs and committing to your own decisions. By consciously choosing to believe in your capability to navigate life, you quiet self-doubt and build unshakable inner confidence. This is deep. And like I say, I'm giving you all the stuff I study. I'm just doing it out loud. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have my psychology degree yet. But I write. I write about this thing called love. I read a lot. I study a lot. And these are the things I do to build myself up as I'm writing certain things and going deep and having conversations. And I have a lot of friends that are therapists, and it's, you know. But this journey is also because I have some new books coming out, and I also want to have a digest of hours of information on love. So what better way? I've been doing this media thing for years. So with all that said, I've validated myself in the media space to the point where if I'm interviewing somebody, I have full confidence that I'm going to crush the interview. If I'm doing something like this, I have full confidence that it's valuable. I have full confidence that I look good. I smell good. I make love good. James Brown. It's a James Brown thing. If you don't see the meme, you think I'm acting crazy. I am acting crazy. But I have confidence if I get on the comedy stage and I grab a mic, no matter how many butterflies I have, no matter how new the material is or how much I'm doing improv and just to go and let's make these people. I know I can get in front of any crowd, anybody, and make them laugh. I don't care if they got the chic things on and like, make us laugh or with K. Ilio. Make us laugh or this will be the last time ever. Or just make us laugh or this be your last time ever. It's going to have to be. You know. I'm going to make them laugh. I'm going to find a way. Or I won't be here no more. I have confidence in certain areas. Most of us have confidence in the things we know we do. Confidence in our job. Confidence in if you're a good... You may not have confidence in a good mother or father because that's an ongoing thing. And you really need people outside of you to kind of confirm that sometimes. Sometimes you don't. I know I'm a good father to my daughter. Why? Because it's been tried, it's been true, and I had a lot of affirmation. But I know I can be better. I know I can be a better man, person. I'm learning to be a better friend, learning to be better at my word. All of that starts with having confidence in your yes to you. And this is a deep one because I've heard people who I think are beautiful people, loving people, who have told me, well, I really don't trust people. Like, God, that people? And this was somebody I love dearly. I was like, people, like all people? Because I'm in people. Like, me people too? And look at me like, yes, you too. But this is kind of the same thing with self-love. If you have an overwhelming sense of not trusting people, I guarantee you don't trust yourself. That's just me saying it. It's not any psychological books, but as we read along, it might be some more of that. Let's delve deeper. Validating your intuition. Actively validating your intuition. They say sometimes we have two brains, our brain and then our gut. So our gut health is so important. Our gut. You get that turning in your stomach that something's not right. That intuition, that animalistic thing that animals, you ever try to sneak up on animal hunters? I know y'all just ruthless now because y'all got the scopes and y'all cheating. Y'all hunt, I think Tony Baker, somebody said, if you're a real hunter, go out there with just you and a knife and that lion. Oh, it's a post. I'll talk about it later. Oh, you and a knife and that buck, that deer, that rabbit that y'all shooting. The bird. Jump off the cliff with a knife and go get that bird. We have the animalistic intuition in our gut. That holy spiritual intuition. If you're a person of faith and you're like, what is this? And we have it in us. Validating it. How do you validate that? You have to try it. You have to test it. Honoring your needs from the basic to the extreme. That's deep. I know people who have talked about certain things they don't have or certain things they don't give themselves because they had to do it for their children or their family or oh, I'm tired because I had to stay up and help someone else, or I'm tired because I had to stay up extra, do some extra work for the company. But did they pay you for those hours? Or are you just trying to make sure you stay on? Honoring your needs and committing to your own decisions. Whew. By consciously choosing to believe in your capability to navigate life, you quiet self-doubt and build unshakable inner confidence. Troy, that sounds easy, but I'm having a hard time with that. Me too. I have a hard time with that too, because I know me, I know my mistakes. I know my bad decisions, not just mistakes. Mistakes are the things that I didn't know, I'm sorry. Or the things that's happened to you that are not your fault at all. We talk about that a lot. Not your fault, but 100% your responsibility, how you live past the hurt, past the shame and the pain that you didn't cause yourself, but someone else may have caused it, or incident or environment. Developing this trust takes intentional practice. You can build a stronger, more reliable relationship with yourself through these core steps. Let's go deep. Honor your commitments. Woo! Eat on me. Treat the promises you make to yourself with the same respect you give others. Start small, like keeping a daily journaling. I got so many papers and journals. Keep a daily journaling habit to consistently prove you are someone you can depend on. It's Mel Robbins again. This is important. It's something that I find myself practicing and repracticing and repracticing and repracticing in life. One of the reasons I'm doing this and committing and pushing through, whether I feel like doing it or not, whether I'm tired or not, whether it's late or not, to do this piece that will be on replay and setting a time, is for the consistency value, the showing up for myself. What's up, V? Showing up for myself. If I show up for myself and do this, and I consistently do it, it blesses me, because it's amazing information. And what we talk about, if you teach it, you learn it. I'm from that school. If I can teach it, I'm learning it. If I'm teaching and saying something, I'm learning it. If I'm talking something, I'm learning it. I tend to be a read out loud person, but unless I'm like trying to read fast or doing different things. But if I'm teaching it, I'm learning it. That's just me. But one of the things that is so, good morning. One of the things that is so key in finding something you're doing for yourself. I'm really doing this consistent 5-day-a-week thing for myself. But in me having the consistency of doing it, it's blessing others. And if I continue to do it for a long period of time, now, mind you, this is a social media technique. This is also me teaching people who I consult and people who I'm people I consult and people I do content for, or marketing promotion or sponsors. This is teaching them how to do it as well. How to look at this little green light. How to not just look at yourself, because I am a gorgeous guy. I am. Did you talk in the mirror this morning to yourself? Did you talk in the mirror to yourself this morning yet? Troy Rawlings, you are a gorgeous fellow. You look wonderful. Hey, y'all. You are you're doing your thing. You look good this morning. You smell good. You're going to knock out all your responsibilities. Great things are happening right now and for you. Great guy. You're a great guy. What is that in my nose? There's something in your nose, too. You definitely. There's another reason you need to look in the mirror in the morning. Because y'all walk around with nose candies, teeth, green stuff in your teeth. Time to go to the dentist to give you the shiny. Okay. Sorry. Where was I? Kick it. All right. So, consistency. Honor your commitments. Like keeping a daily journaling habit to consistently prove you are someone you can depend on. Proving to myself that I'm someone I can depend on. Making my bed when I get up every day. Washing up every day. Brushing my teeth every day. These consistent things that we learn to do as a child are things that if we carry through our life. I remember that there was I don't know if he was a naval colonel or something like that. He was speaking at a commencement, and he said the first thing that he does every day is make his bed. That's the biggest commitment he can make to himself. That he's done something. He started his day with a main goal, and his bed is made and it's clean. You know, we know when it's hard, especially you're going through depression or you're upset, you're sad. You ever heard somebody, or you say, man, just getting up, I'm just glad I made it up this morning. You talk to older people, it's like, hey, how you feeling? How you doing? Hey, I got up. Your standards, when you start really appreciating life, your standards get a little bit lower, easier to say, hey, I got up. I watched older people over the years who, when I was bartending at the Blue Room or working in the restaurant, or the same people would come in at the same time. Older guy used to come to the Blue Room. I think his name is Brian. I think it's Brian. And he would get a Miller Lite with a glass. He'd come in. The Blue Room's bar in Burbank. It opened at 10 a.m., closed at 2 a.m. Brian get there about 10:30, 11 a.m. His little morning Miller Lite. What's up? Going to say, Brian, what did you do today? Well, I get up around this time. I go to this restaurant and have breakfast. I'll go get my paper and my coffee. I'll do this, that, and other. By the time around 10:30, 11 came, and he was getting his beer, his next stop was home to chill, kind of kick back, look at some TV, take a nap. By noon, he was taking a nap. He had his whole day mapped out, every day how he would do it. Probably in his 70s. And I was like, yeah, consistency keeps you going. So honor your commitments to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your gut reaction before seeking outside opinions. Woo. Woof. Validate your initial feelings, recognizing that your mind is often simply trying to process deep personal truths. All right, let me say this again. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your gut reaction before seeking outside opinions. Hey. Validate your initial feelings, recognizing that your mind is often simply trying to process deep personal truths. You're just tuning in. It's Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. All month of June, we're talking about self-love. Today, we're talking about telling yourself yes and learning to trust yourself. Deep. We're going in deep. We're going a little deep. But that's what we do in the morning edition. Give you something to think about. And all this month of June, we're talking about self-love. So if you missed any of the past shows, go back, check it out. Let me give a quick shout out to some of my sponsors before we go forth. Some of my business partner sponsors. Like I said, shout out to Sheen Magazine. Sheen Magazine, the new Sheen Magazine coming out. The one on stands now. This may be on some of the stands already. If you're a subscriber, you got it in the mail like I did yesterday. The orange one is on stands now. Barnes & Noble, your favorite newsstands. Shout out to Sheen Magazine family, one of my media partners. And Reach LA Angels. At reachlaangels.com, reachlaangels.com, or follow at reachla. My weekly blog is on there. It's a fun blog, but for all those people always ask me, what's going on in LA? What's going on this weekend? What's going on? Reach LA Angels is the spot to go to find out everything. Flamin' Pasta, my favorite pasta spot. And it's a to-go pasta spot. Like you're getting restaurant quality sit-down pasta. Amazing to go. Or you can eat it there in a little spot. It's like somebody says like the Chipotle of pasta. Way better. Shout out to them. Milton Breeze Dance, Urban Ballroom Dancing. Barbara Solomon, who we're getting on the show. She's going to do a segment on the show. She's a griot. She's an author. She's a dancer. But amazing books, children's books. But I call them coffee table books because everybody should have them. Beautiful. Amazing. Big shout out to Steel City Cigars, my guy Tony Rawlings. Bad Juju Golf. Start getting my Bad Juju Golf gear together. My body's getting in shape, Ed. I'm almost ready for my silky shirt. Might have to wear the tank top. The Bad Juju gear is hot. It's hot. Where's my Bad Juju hat? Do I have a Bad Juju hat with me? Where's my Bad Juju hat? Here's one of my Bad Juju hats. I wore the heck out of it. Ed, I need a new hat. I'm coming to get my new hat. I'll be beating it down. I'll be beating down the Bad Juju. Okay. And I don't even play golf like that, but I'm about to. But I've been working out on the NBA golf simulator. So if y'all trying to get your golf game together or just hit a ball, at NBA Golf Burbank. M as in Mary. BA Golf Burbank. Okay. Lynn Connor. Big shout out to Lynn Connor. She has an amazing dispensary for all those that indulge in cannabis. Holla at Lynn Connor. Destiny Over Drama. My girl Renee Ambush. And Tasty W's, folks. Soul home cooking at its finest. All right. Let's get back to it. Today we are talking about telling yourself yes. Learning to trust yourself. It's all a part of a self-love month of June. And we're going in a little deeper this morning because we're going to talk about self-trust. Honor your commitments. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your gut reaction before seeking outside opinions. Validate your initial feelings, recognizing that your mind is often simply trying to process deep personal truths. Now, and that's from Project Happiness. Now, on Facebook. Now, here's the thing. If your initial reactions and intuition usually turns out to be wrong or has been wrong in big ways, or you made a mistake, or you're hard on yourself, this is a hard piece because you don't trust yourself. But, and I always go back to this because I remember, you know, you learn a lot from parenting. You learn a lot from parenting. It's like the next level of life. So I love being my daughter's father. I miss any time I don't have what I miss tremendously because it's like an amazing experience. I love being Zoe's dad. But here's the thing that gets me. I remember one time she's working on some math and she's kind of spending. She got it. She's getting it. But she was getting so frustrated. I was like, why are you so frustrated with yourself, baby? I feel like I feel dumb. I feel stupid. I said, we don't do that. We don't do that around these parts. Who said that? You're the most intelligent young lady I know. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I just feel like I should know this. I said, baby, how? How would you know if you're in the 6th grade or if you're in the 5th grade? How do you know what you don't know? You've never learned it. I say that to you as an adult. How do you know what you don't know if you've never learned it? Now, the things we make the same mistakes in over and over and over again, we need help in it, obviously. Okay, let me seek help outside of myself. My internal initial response to this thing is not correct. We probably have several of those things. I know I have several of those things. I'm not getting this right. I keep fumbling in this area. I need help. That's why psychiatrists and therapists and coaches and all those things exist. Consultants and all those things exist. For you, you may be hitting on all cylinders, but you try to learn social media. You may be hitting on all cylinders, but you dropped the ball parenting. You dropped the ball as being a husband. You dropped the ball in being a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You dropped the ball at work. You dropped the ball in business. You dropped the ball, whatever it is. But the areas you consistently drop the ball in, get some help. That's what, and what's so funny is we use terms like drop the ball, which is a sports term referring to football mainly, going for a catch and you drop it. Oh, you got to start the play over. And it's like, oh man, I'm sorry. We practice that. Come on. The coach helps you get past dropping the ball, get to the next play. I put it on my Carpe MFDM page and my other pages. I love during the NBA Finals that Josh Hart, who played for the New York Knicks, he has a wide open shot. He's dribbling down the court. He's by himself. He can do a layup or he can dunk it. And he's going up and it looks like he's going to dunk it. And he lets it go right at the rim, bounces and comes off. He was by himself. It was like wide open. Might have been fear, might have been whatever, but it was like, oh, that would have gave them their first lead of the game. And I think it was on their comeback run night, yes, where they were doing something that had never been done in finals history, coming back from 29 points behind. This would have gave them their first lead of the game. And he misses it. It's like, oh, he comes down court and they get a stop. They finally fumble, he gets a stop. And he drops on the floor. He sits down, he drops his head. And 3 of his teammates come at the same time and look at him like, yo, and pull him back up. When I think about it now and watch it now, it brings me to tears. In the time, I was like, oh yeah, that's why they're going to win. As much as we're talking about the self side of intuition and stuff like that, what helps you rebound the most, which helped me rebound the most, I thank God all the time for my friends. My family, yes, I got some tight family. But my friends, throughout my life, oh man, I'm out of water. I'm out of water. But I got coffee, so. Carpe diem. Excuse me, I gotta lubricate the chassis. I'm starting to talk like Harry Belafonte in Uptown Saturday Night. I will murder the sucker. Okay. First off, you got to be in the 70s movies, black 70s movies, to even know what Uptown Saturday Night is. And since we don't talk a lot about Bill Cosby, but it was Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. Sidney Poitier, it's one of the funniest movies ever made, greatest movie ever made, Uptown Saturday Night. If you know, you know. If you don't know, agitate the gravel. Okay. That means leave. You had to watch the movie, know about Madame Zenobia's. Anyway. Okay. Maybe. Where was I? Dropping the ball. And I knew at that point that New York was somewhere. But man, my friends. You need friends around you that help you when you drop the ball. In any way possible. But at least sitting down with you and say, yo, why do you keep doing this over and over again? What is it? What's the block there? And a lot of times the blocks come from things that we don't even know. That's where therapy comes in. That's why I suggest everyone get a good therapist. Even though we're in a therapy age where everything is, but sometimes you need somebody to talk to. But don't neglect wisdom from friends and family. Those to me are the biggest points. Real good friends and real family, especially people that are where you would like to be in some place in their lives. You should have friends that are higher up than you in certain areas. And vice versa. They choose, most people who are higher than you, if they choose to be a friend to you, I'm realizing in my life there's a reason, because it's something I give them too. There's a reciprocity there that sometimes we don't recognize. And I had to recognize that. And I was like, oh, I'm pouring into them. Because they tell me, yo, you don't know how much you pour into me. You don't know how much you encourage me. All of those things. I'm talking about this in the whole thing of listening to your intuition, because to validate your initial feelings, recognizing that your mind is often simply trying to process deep personal truths. Validating our feelings is something we have to work on, because when we drop the ball, the basketball term, the football term, the sports term, in those areas and need coaching, and it has to come from outside of us, if we don't take the time to get the help from the outside of us, or the wisdom or studying or whatever, we're just going to say, oh, I can't do that. If I'm not there to help my daughter when she needs help, past school, past just homework, I say, no, you got this. Look, it's just here. It's just, what are you thinking? You see it? Oh, there you go. You got it. All right, let's go. If I'm not there to help that part, if no one's there to help you when you need that, you'll quit the thing. Oh, I just can't. School's not for me. Oh, I just can't. I can't play the piano. Oh, I don't want to sing. I don't write a book. I ain't got time. We start quitting things because we fail it once, twice, 3 times, 100 times. Hey, Dr. Stacy, what's good? And we start quitting things that we should keep going in because we don't believe ourselves, because we dropped the ball so much, and because we didn't go outside. Good morning. And we didn't go outside of ourselves to get the proper coaching or advice or guidance to take it to the next level. All right. Embrace your boundaries. Saying yes to your own well-being often requires saying no to the demands of others. Remember that prioritizing your health is a necessary and sacred practice, not a selfish act. That's good. Dr. Allison Cook. One more time. Embrace your boundaries. Saying yes to your own well-being often requires saying no to the demands of others. Remember that prioritizing your health is a necessary and sacred practice, not a selfish act. I know folks, and I've been there and all this, people all over who work themselves literally to DF. Literally. I've heard stories. My best friend, Yonder, book author, shout out to Yonder, my writing partner. His father died at work. I think he was going somewhere to take a nap. Work yourself to death, not paying attention to your health. You know, as you're young, you're ripping and running, you don't always pay attention to how you feel. When you're really young, you say, I don't feel so good, my stomach hurts. Then you get to a point where you push past it. Then you get to a point where you're working and you're taking care of family. You push past for years. People get upset because they get sick. I can't believe I don't have time to be sick. No. You're sick because you don't have time. You haven't given yourself time. Your health is showing your body is telling you, hey, we need a rest. Hey, we need a rest. Hey, you need a rest. Then you're in the hospital with an IV. Talking about, what happened? They said I was exhausted and I'm dehydrated. And what? When you're a child and you're going on, you're younger, sometimes it's in fear. I don't want to tell anybody I'm hurting or something's going on. I ain't gonna say nothing. Say something. Say something. And that muscle of ignoring yourself and ignoring your mental capacity. We talked about capacity yesterday. Go back and check it out. It's a good one. Mental and emotional capacity. But that part of ignoring your health, ignoring your mental and emotional capacity, ignoring, silence that voice inside of you. So you stop listening to it. I need this. This is for me first. I'm just saying, I'm talking to me. Hopefully y'all getting something out of this. Y'all getting something. I mean, you say, hell yeah. Stone Cold said so. Okay. All right. Normalize making decisions. Oh, that was from Dr. Allison Cook too. Normalize making decisions. Practice making choices independently and taking ownership of the outcomes. Practice making choices independently and taking ownership of the outcomes. If a misstep happens, reframe it as a learning experience rather than proof of incompetence. That's from Facebook, the Project Happiness. Normalize making decisions. Practice making choices independently and taking ownership of the outcomes. If a misstep happens, reframe it as a learning experience rather than proof of incompetence. I've done this so much in my life that it is a muscle now. I've rebounded. I'm not trying to get emotional. Well, we're all emotional. Let me stop saying that. I'm not trying to physically cry on this live. I've rebounded so much in my life that I am the Dennis Rodman of rebounding. I might have done some Dennis Rodman stuff in life, though. But I've rebounded, so I am the Wemby of the rebound. And I'm saying that jokingly, but I think about my life, man. And I'm going to say this, I said this to somebody else. I'm going to say it openly. I'm going to say it on here. I have not always done it right. I have messed up so many times because I've given my word on times, and then life has caused me not to do whatever, or I dropped the ball, or I made a mistake, or I prematurely said, yeah, I can do that, and couldn't do it. Yeah, I can get that back to you. Couldn't do it. And people always say, oh, you got to be a man of your word. You're a man and woman of your word. Your word is all you got. Your word is all you got. I come on here to tell you, your word is not all you have. You are all you have. Your showing up is all you have. Your consistency is all you have. You know why? Because sometimes we are going to drop the ball on our word until you get to the point where, like many of you, and like I'm learning to be, if I can't do it, I don't say nothing about it. If I don't think I can commit to it, I can't commit to it. And I'm 51. It's taken me a while. Grace of God. Girl, it's all the grace of God for me. The grace of God and my consistency. The fact that I'm reachable. The fact that I'm going to show up. The fact that you can find me. The fact that my phone number is online. If anybody ever says, I don't know where Troy is, they lying. If anybody ever says, ooh, don't get me started. If anybody ever says, I don't know where Troy is, I don't know how to reach him, they are lying. Know why they're lying? Because my phone number is online. You know why they're lying? Because I'm live every day. You know why they're lying? Because you can find me. I'm reachable. I'm answering. Sometimes I'm answering the spam likely. I don't even know who this is. What is this? What is this 1081 number? Okay, hello? Why are you answering that phone? Don't do that. I'm findable. I've learned that consistency and accountability go hand in hand. I put timelines. Okay, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. a day. Y'all just been watching me roll with me. Like, Troy ain't come on at 6 a.m. today because I was dead tired. And guess what wins? My self-help wins over that. But the reason I keep coming on and doing it every day is because I know the replay exists. Ooh, am I preaching? The reason I keep doing it is because I know the replay is important. The reason I keep doing it is because I know the replay will be available for someone. If I keep doing it, the consistent replay is available. If I keep doing it, it's available on YouTube. They can record it. Oh man, I missed the live. Don't worry, you can catch it in a replay. That's God. We talked about the grace of God. That's God. We get a replay in this thing. Not overall in life, but waking up to me is our replay. Boy, y'all gonna make me throw my cup. I'm not gonna throw this glass. I love it too much. Thank you. I love LUV. I love material things. Thank you, Jennifer Hunt. Normalize making decisions. One day at a time, Bill. Come on, B. One day at a time builds an empire. And you know my saying, I'm going to have my t-shirt with it too. I always say piece by piece. People are like, yeah, I see you doing it, man. A friend of mine loves Lego. She's like, Lego block by Lego block. I said, I never understand. I get that Lego square and I'm like, I'm done. It's people. What's my sister's name? She was, oh man, forgive me. My mind, not my heart. She's one of my daughter's teachers instructor at the elementary school. It's gonna hit me later, I'm gonna say it. But her son is phenomenal at Legos. Yo, this kid was phenomenal in elementary school, building like Millennium Falcons and with Legos. I could imagine how he is now. Hey, what's going on, brother? Man, amazing. I always say piece by piece, and then I say piece by piece by piece. P-E-P-I-E-C-E by P-I-E-C-E by P-E-A-C-E. Hopefully I spelled that wrong. If I go back later and be like, you spelled peace wrong like 3-4 times. Normalize making decisions. Very important. Very important. Practice making choices independently and taking ownership for the outcomes. If a misstep happens, reframe it as a learning experience rather than a proof of incompetence. When we're young and we do things like that and no one's around to coach us and lift us up like they did Josh Hart. Here's the thing about that. And I don't know if many people saw this. We saw Josh Hart miss the shot. And they did the 29-point comeback. And at the end of the game, they passed it into San Antonio passed it into the young guy, Castle. And Castle is hitting shot. He's one of the top scorers for San Antonio. He gets the ball. He's fumbling around. And then he tries to throw it up. And the defense on him is so good. And the defensive player grabs the ball and holds it. New York wins. You know who that player was? Josh Hart. What would have happened if his teammates hadn't came when he felt down on himself and picked him right back up and said, yo, we almost there. Keep going. You're good. You're good. Sometimes there aren't people around us like that, and we have to be that for ourselves. There's a scripture in the Bible, even though it's not a religious thing, but I quote a lot from the Bible because I studied a lot. Where it says, David encouraged himself. David encouraged himself. And then he asked God, shall I go? Might be reversed. But he had to encourage himself at a time when he felt at his lowest and his people around him were about to take him out, about to kill him. Go back and check it out. Check out when you hear those quotes. You hear certain quotes, people say them and throw them out, but put them in context. He was at a low time. It came and tore up his village and took all the women and children, and they were at war, and the guys were with him about to take him out. Like, man, we ain't killing the dude. He did us wrong. It says sometimes you have to encourage yourself, y'all. This self-trust thing, I just heard it and I said, let me do a deep dive into telling yourself yes. And like Mel Robbins quoted, telling yourself yes is the foundation for self-trust. We're talking about self-love, but self-trust goes hand in hand. Unconditional love and unconditional trust kind of go hand in hand. And that goes into a deeper spiritual thing, because I don't think I could have unconditional love or unconditional trust without my faith in God. I couldn't. I don't even know how it could be even possible, but that's me. Like I said, this is really for me, and then you guys are listening. So speak kindly to yourself. Actively replace self-criticism with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that you have your own back and are worthy of trust. Speak nice to me. Speak kindly to yourself. Actively replace self-criticism with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that you have your own back and are worthy of trust. It's by Trish Blackwell. I have friends that I remind every day. You know what makes it hard? Whew. If I tear up, I tear up. It is what it is. We gotta stop doing that too. I talked to a friend whose father, 80-something years old, and grandkids, he's going through some health issues and he's getting sad. And he said the grandkids was like, Mom, is Dad crying? Is Granddad crying? And this was deep. He said, yeah, we all get emotional. He said, I didn't know grandfathers got emotional. I didn't know, I heard somebody else say this before, I didn't know dads cried. I'm a man. I every time I see a man saying, I'm not going to cry, yo, we got to stop that. We got to stop that. My daughter said it one time to me, Dad, I've never seen you cry. I was like, really? Your dad cries a lot, babe. I may not always cry, but I cry because I'm happy, cry sad. And then one day I saw this thing. We were watching a show together. So funny. I think this was after that. We were watching the show together. And it wasn't a Tyler Perry show. I forgot the name of the show. It's a good show, though. Ex-football player, gets hurt, doesn't get picked back up. Him and his wife moved down south with their parents. Black family. It was just a great show. Tia, I forgot the guy's name, but I think it's Tia Mowry was playing the wife. And somebody passed away. I think it's Mark Carey's character passed away, and they had this homegoing service. And he kind of looks over and he kind of sees the angel. And he's like, and he just looks at him and says, I'll see you soon, brother, or see you again. And it hit me. And this was around the time that I say my capacity was spent, because it was 2021, 2022-ish. And I was starting online school, working on my psych degree, which I had to stop for a bit, and I'm going to get back to it. I heard y'all. And I'm sitting there with Zoe, and we're watching it on the couch. And I did the Kathy Hughes article and all this stuff. Dr. Zoe Shaw, how are you? If you missed this, go back and watch it. It's a good one. Today, in the Self-Love Month of June, we're talking about telling yourself yes, learning to trust yourself. And I'm sitting there and we're watching this, and the character said, "I see you again," to the angel. And it hit me so hard, and my head went back and I started crying. And Zoe's like, "Dad, what's wrong? Why are you crying?" I said, "Sometimes I forget in this faith walk that I'm going to see my mom and dad again. I believe in heaven. Sometimes we forget that we're going to see my mom passed away. My father passed away in 2010, my mom in 2020. And it hit me emotionally. And my daughter saw me cry, and I told her it was like a joyful thing, but it was like, she was like, not only do our children and we need to see in that mirror, like, when you're wonderful, you're great, you're this, that, and other. Not only have yourself, because many of us have looked in the mirror and cried when we're sad. How many times have you looked in the mirror with joyful eyes and cried because you're joyful, and let yourself do that? Let's get out of the habit of saying, I don't want to get emotional. Because I said it on here a couple times. I'm like, yo, what are you scared of? Why are you scared to get emotional on a live? Where somebody might need to cry. Some guy or woman may be watching this and they haven't cried in years. I remember Matt Barnes said it. I think he said he hadn't cried, even his children's hadn't cried in 8 years. Something crazy. I'm like, yo, you gotta let that out, boy. You gonna be like that guy online one day, like, the guy, his son said, "I love you," and he was like, ah, and he let out this noise. Don't hold that in, y'all implode. Speak kindly to yourself. Actively replace self-criticism with positive affirmations. Remind yourself that you have your own back and are worthy of trust. This muscle of telling yourself yes, not just to the things, not just to the material things and things you buy and stuff like that, but telling yourself yes is make the decision. Sometimes we get analysis paralysis. We're analyzing everything. I have so many, I won't say so many. I have a couple of really key friends, and me and Mark here at NBA Golf, NBA Empire is what we're calling it now. But this one lady comes in, she has a business, and I'm thinking about, and another property that Mark has. She has a business, and she's like, I'm thinking about doing something and doing food and having a grill outside. And Mark's like, do it. She's like, yeah, but I haven't talked to the city, and I don't know. I don't know if that's her real accent, but I'm giving her accent because she has an accent. I don't know the city, and I don't know. And she's making all excuses. Then she comes back and sits down and talk about it again. She come back and sit down. You ever met somebody like that? Where I just want to come up and say, pull the trigger. I'm not going to say it to her because she's like, what did you call me? But in my mind, that's something I have in my mind. And I'm talking to myself in a joyful way when I say it. But there's always something where I'm like, looking. Yo, pull the trigger. If you're going to do it. Don't talk about it, be about it. And I'm saying it in joyful. I'm not dogging myself. Many of us talk to ourselves, and our self-talk is not kind. I speak kindly to myself. One thing, it's hard for me to look in the mirror and look at this beautiful person. And I'd be like, you are doing a great job. Hey, you ready? You ready? Go do it, boy. But the reason that I am like Dennis Rodman on this rebound tip is because I have so many wins. Count up your wins. I want y'all to do this today. This is a practice, and I'm going to get out of here. And share this with somebody that needs it. You'll have the recap on YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever. Count up your wins today. Go back as far as you can remember. Some of y'all can remember when I was talking to a friend of mine. He remembered when he was 2. He remembered what he saw when he was 2. He went through a lot of heinous stuff. But this brother has so many wins in life. This brother did time in prison. Time in prison. When you say prison, it's like Ali Sadiq or people to talk about prison. Prison ain't jail. I've gone to jail think twice in my life for traffic stuff. A total of, I think both times combined would have been a total of 10 hours. 10 hours in jail, which is way too much. They let me know I didn't. The first time I went, the guy was like, and I did not know I was going to be going to another place. It's like, Mr. Rawlings, why are you here? They said I had an FTA or something. He said, no. Why are you here? And he turns the computer around. And I'm looking and I don't really see anything, just see my name. He said, you're a 30-year-old man with no record. Don't let this little stuff get you. I was like, oh. He said, yeah, everything will be wiped out. You just talk to the judge in the morning. When that joker said in the morning, and I was grown at this time. I was doing stuff at Club 347, and nobody knew what happened to me that weekend. I was supposed to be doing an event. I don't know why I'm going to this shit. But, boy, anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that. But I remember, that was probably the most down I've been on myself. But I remember saying to myself, it's like, you saw this coming. I was so mad at a couple different things that were happening, and that happened to be the culmination of a day. I think that was one of the reasons that I actually, once when I was 15 too, for something, we were just standing on the corner. But I'm not the jail type of dude. But these cats that do prison time, that's what I'm talking about. A man that said he went to prison. But his life after prison, phenomenal. And he went in at a young age, 15, 16. He was just telling me his story. And I'm like, yo, no wonder you so positive. No wonder you so encouraging. No wonder you, once you get to a place, and Dr. Zoe Shaw came on here, amazing therapist and author and amazing woman, period. She's phenomenal. My man, what up, Chef? You got to go back and watch it because I'm about to wrap this up. But it was a good one today. Today we was talking about telling yourself yes, learning to trust yourself, baby. Part of Self-Love Month. You know, I'm talking about love 5 days a week. Roberto Peters was good. So, Dr. Zoe ran track. She's an athlete. She's used to winning. Major, if you know anything about it, go back, read her book, look at, she has a whole, she's on OWN. She has a show about her life on OWN, on the OWN network. I want you all, if you're tuned in, if you're looking at this live or later, get a sheet of paper. Write down your earliest, I remember when I was in elementary school. I remember preschool. I remember my best friend. And write wins on it with a line. Age. Where's my pen? If you remember the date, that's fine. But I want y'all to write it's going to be backwards when I show it to you because of the way this camera is. Oh. I messed that one up. Okay, let me do it again. For Instagram say, we tried to give you as long as you got, sir. You over an hour. Wins. Age. Event. Right, wins, age, and event. If you remember the age or date or time or grade, not just like tests and sports and stuff, just wins. Things that's like, oh, I did that. I remember conquering that. I don't care if it's a bully was bullying you and you fought him finally, or something that was hard and you got past it. What's the win? What did you learn? What's the win? Do that for yourself today. Because what keeps me going a lot of times when I have hard times, make bad decisions, mistakes, anything like that, I have too many wins. I have too many wins. Me personally, not just God showing up for me, because God is God. He's going to be who he is. God is God. But with God, personally, I have too many wins. I've gotten up too many times. I've been consistent too many times. If I wake up, world, you in trouble. devil, anybody, haters, y'all, if I wake up, we doing this. I'm encouraging millions. And I'm just talking about people. I ain't even talking about the money. The money ain't here yet. What happens when the money comes? Oh my goodness. Carpe MFDM. Carpe MFDM. Go follow Carpe MFDM brand and you can put that down here. All right, y'all. That's about my time. DM me any questions, anything. DM me if you want a copy of the ebook, all that good stuff. It's out now. We got some more books coming. Get your copy of Sheen Magazine. Check out Reach LA Angels. Reach LA Angels, my blog. Should be out by tomorrow. I'm letting you know, Missy K, it'll be out by tomorrow. But did I spell saying wrong? Y'all let me have saying down there look like sailing. All right, y'all. Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. That's my time. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great, amazing Wednesday. And I got to get some work done. All right. Talk to y'all in a bit. Share this with some folks. Have a good day, V. Good seeing y'all. And I'll talk to y'all in a bit. God bless. One love.